This building from 1956 was also a body shop owned and operated by James Jordan Sr., Michael Jordan's father. If somebody were to come to the Vintage today, they would still be able to see the original bay doors from when the garage was here, where James Sr. himself working on trucks up until Michael got drafted, and then being able to proceed into the hallway and see a framed jersey that he signed for the business, and just being able to continuously cherish the fact that something that started as a family business is now something that we treat as our second family in a home away from home today. To see it now in this context of a welcome cigar and cocktail community is something I don't think anybody could have imagined. This business is coming up on almost 5 years of creating memorable experiences for Charlotteans and those visiting alike.
For us, it's kind of about, one, trying to bring the most hospitable experience to everybody. One of our biggest things at Blue Door is wanting to be in the forefront of what hospitality is and making people feel like every time they come in here, they are the most special person in the room. We want to tell a story, but especially with our cocktails, we put a lot of thought and care into how we build our ingredients. Not everything is done with simple techniques. Sometimes there's a lot of science involved, using ingredients like different types of acids in order to get the right balance of sweet and sour in a cocktail. And it's sitting down and taking as much of that science and what we've learned over the years of bartending to create more unique flavors. The art of cocktails has grown tremendously over the years, and we've gone from just doing simple syrups with sugar and water and some type of ingredient to using centrifuges and vacuum infusers and all types of modern culinary equipment. So, we kind of are chefs in a way.
All right, guys, Saturday with Costa. Big night. Dance floor table sold out, one left on the men's. Just under 100 pre-sale tickets and just under 400 on the guest list. So it should be really busy. Go for it.
Cool. Tonight, a little bit different. You guys can have $75 comp tabs, but here's the caveat. With that extra $25, make someone's night. Buy a random person around. Maybe it's their second drink, maybe it's their third. Just say, appreciate you, this one's on us. It's gonna make their day, right?
I think what makes us unique in not only Charlotte, but I think just in our market in the Southeast in general, we do bring in that level of talent, that level of production. But I also think we bring in a certain level of hospitality. I think sometimes when you think nightclub, you think it's gonna be like stuffy bouncers and like Bravo level drama. Priority at the end of the day is making sure that everyone is having the most incredible experience, and that starts from our bouncers at the front door, our hosts that greet you, the bartender that gets your drink, while still really emphasizing the hospitality component, which to our core is what we're most passionate about.
This is not your normal bar, restaurant type opening here in this market. And the vision was to incorporate all of it: food, drink, smokes, coffee, you name it, to have just about every possible offering for everyone. Understanding that, yes, you might have a group of friends, not everybody drinks, not everybody smokes. To have a little bit of something for everybody to still enjoy in that sense of community. There is no denying that the cigar community is still considered a niche market to this day. Out of all the things that people smoke, it still accounts for less than 1% of all those things that get consumed. It is a very small market. However, it has seen tremendous growth coming out of even the pandemic era, if we want to call it that. When we look at a cigar, the average is that 100 pairs of hands were involved to get this from start to finish. And those that get into the hobby and begin to appreciate it, the appreciation for that starts to rub off on those that you're around. And so it creates this social setting of people that are valuing each other's time, each other's talents, and also taking the time to appreciate the fact that There were people in several countries, and the logistics are absolutely crazy to dive into to create this thing that I can now sit and enjoy to cap off a very productive morning. The idea of what nightlife means to people has changed drastically in the last 12, 15 years, especially in the Charlotte market. The vintage fits in that mold very well.
It's a bartender's dream to kind of work in a place like this where somebody that knows what they're doing, that works behind the bar, that's part of that team, builds it out for you to make it literally the easiest place to work. So opening up a venue is a fun experience. There's a lot that goes into it, whether it's hiring, training, developing menus, developing your own identity. You know, we got the opportunity to build this space from ground up. When we came in here, it was absolutely blank, and everything got, you know, hand built in here. And it's great because being part of the process, not only of like opening a team and training and stuff, but actually getting design a place to work it doesn't happen very often for bartenders. You know, we get a lot of times where we go into somebody else's bar and we're like, who built this? It's like, obviously not a bartender. But with this place, we got the opportunity to do that, and it's become one of the best bars to work in. We want people to come in here and be like, this isn't just a normal cocktail bar. This isn't just somebody putting something in a glass. They're here to have an incredible time, but also to really feel something different in the space. When we change our menus, when we do events, everything is very thought out, and we really push people to come in here and leave saying this is not just a normal bar. Like, that is a very unique space, and it's something that, you know, we enjoy coming back. But I think one of the big things is that Charlotte's starting to be, they're starting to see a lot of people that are looking for some of that outside influence. Get people that are, you know, coming from New York and Miami, Chicago, that already have these beautiful established like cocktail scenes. I mean, you have some of the best cocktail bars in the world are in these cities. You know, they're destinations. When you're living here, you might not necessarily get some of that experience in like the, you know, world's best bars. But I know that a lot of people in the bar industry and the cocktail community in Charlotte, and more people are starting to push that. And I think that's one thing that we do very well here at Blue Door, that we're really trying to is give more people in Charlotte the opportunity to experience these kind of high-end cocktails, and experience, you know, a high-end cocktail bar without having to leave Charlotte to have that.
So I remember the first time I came here, I didn't know what to expect. The vibe of the city, the culture of the city, I think has really grown since this opened especially. You can really see how it's becoming an awesome city to come visit, live, and party at.
The void that I think we really filled and wanted to fill when we came in is offering true experience. And, you know, you have the music, you have the production, meaning the sound, the lights, you have the high level hospitality, but it's also in a super intimate setting to where you're seeing artists at a 50,000 person music festival in Chicago, and then you're getting to see them in a 500 person intimate dance floor in Charlotte, North Carolina.
If you're not able to go to another major EDM area that's bringing in talent, I think this is such a unique opportunity because we're bringing in the same level of talent that Ibiza gets, that LA gets, that New York gets. So you're really seeing the same caliber of talent and production that you would see at any other major city.
The nightlife scene when we first got into Charlotte was definitely we came in right at the era, early 2020s, when we started construction here. A lot of breweries, a lot of bars, a lot of good concert venues, but again, no real high energy, big production nightclub producing EDM shows. And you know, we saw that a lot of people wanted to see that. We had a lot of clientele from Charlotte come to the Charleston location. I think the Charlotte nightlife scene, from what I've experienced compared to like bigger cities, I think it's ironically way more inclusive. I think there's so many diverse styles of nightlife, whether it be cocktail bars or, breweries, dive bars, hip hop clubs, hookah bars. There's a lot of diversity.
EDM is a genre that has no stereotype, really. It's just for everyone. I think anyone can find a friend at our shows. Anyone can find a group of people that are similar to them or different. I think if you go to any of our shows or any just festival in general, a sense of people being welcome, like you just are good vibing out together on the dance floor. We know so many people that come here by themselves without fear, and they just find a friend and have the best time.
Coming from the West Coast, people weren't joking about that Southern hospitality. Like, that is something that I feel like everybody really tries to show.
I think the culture of Charlotte is motivated is a really big word. I think there are a lot of people in this city that are trying to do big things, and I think it's awesome to see.
It's not just a melting pot. It's so fun to learn and understand. Yes, areas develop, and tapping into the understanding of where Charlotte was really creates that foundation for understanding where it can go.
Diverse, but simultaneously incredibly supportive. I think it's a really wonderful, cool melting pot of really amazing people.
Rapping for the Queen City. Charlotte's got it buzzing. Underestimated, but we up and coming. It's the Queen City, where we all come together, lift each other up until we shining like the weather. It's the Queen City. And if you didn't know, we all about the culture in the 704. It's the Queen City. We gon' hold it down. Everybody do it for the crown.